Good morning, hockey fans. Here we are out in the bright, sunny West Virginia Mountain Mama, playing against the Morgantown Blades. Fox is going to be a little bit off, a little different today. Have a couple different looks on the team. Cody Radkovich in goal. He just stopped one from the center ice, a ripper from the Blades. Levi Baldoff in the corner. He loses it from behind. They center it, but Watson's there. Shelton's there. Well, Fox is already on their heels a little bit. Got a little bit of a short bench today. I believe that's Connor Hyde. That guy who's not able to make the trip out due to illness. Got Grant Launder working behind the net here against the big man. Gets pinched. That center pass goes out in front of the ice there in the paint. And Watson picks it up. Watson not going to draw the trip on that one. Fox is clear at the center ice. So we got Watson, McFall, and Baldoff as forwards here, and Mounder and Shelton playing back on this first shift. That puck goes around the net. Not sure if the fumble of puck got in front of the net on that play. Fox is able to clear. And there goes Watson on the attack. And he gets poked. And we're going to get some new skaters on. Lynn Bolsinger, Evan Dwarmeyer. That shot comes in and Hensley able to clear it. And Bolsinger off the wall, through and through central ice. And that's Colton Jack. He'll send it into the Blades zone. Mason Greger trying to backhand a shot towards the net. Jack there to pick it up. And the Blades turn it around. 3-on-2 opportunity here for them. They feed center ice. He loses skates. Into the corner goes Greger. Bolson's there to cut that one off, and he'll skate it out. They're going to get icing on him. He's just close to that line, but hey, today wasn't over. So he'll take the face off in the defensive zone. And here we have Shelton skating into the zone. And it looks like we have Barefoot, Baldoff, and Taylor on this line. I might get some ice time here for some of the forwards without Connor. Blades turn around, get through central ice. And back check by Barefoot, able to get back in time and stop things up. And that pump back to center ice. We got Taylor bringing it into the Blades. Barefoot will do it the rest of the way. Get it deep. Takes a shot into the glove of the Blades that moment. Off the face-off, Morgantown Blades control the puck, skated out. We get 3-1. Take a shot, top, bar down, up and over, glove hand, and they're on the board first. Okay, he's controlling the puck off the face-off again. Ensley bumping it out of the Fox's zone. And centering pass out in front. And we had Ensley there able to chip it out. No scrum in the corner. Pass out to Watson, and he gets pockets picked. Ensley. He'll send it back into neutral ice. McFall gives chase. On the line with Bolsinger and Watson. That puck gets all the way in and gets loose. They chip it just wide of the net. Another good opportunity by the Blades there. Not able to capitalize. Bolsinger trying to work the puck out. Dwarmeyer, sorry. Bolsinger able to flip it out the rest of the way, but icing is the call. As the Foxes get some new skates on the ice. It's going to be a rough one here today. Shelton sends one around and up and into neutral ice. Holt and Jack giving chase, and they'll bump it out into neutral territory. Blades gain the zone. Shelton with possession will flip it over to Lounder. He'll hold it up. Trying to get to Greger. Pass across the ice to Jack, and Jack will skate it up. And he gets hit. Baldoff loses his skates. Blades able to maintain possession, and we got a tripping on the Blades. Bolsinger lining up with Taylor and Barefoot in the corner, fishing that puck out. Up and past Bolsinger. Bolsinger able to take a shot from the side there. Rips it behind the net. Ensley will send it back in, and that just trickles right past the goalie through the paint. Blades on the attack. Good challenge on the blue line from Smith. That shot goes in the glove of Rakovic. So back to it now, still on the penalty kill. The Blades are. Power play by the Foxes. You'll notice that this stadium, if you are able to see the scoreboards, they don't have the penalty clock on there. We talked to somebody about it, and they said they ordered the wrong boards. So now the Foxes will face a 5-on-3 as two Blades get in the box. There's a little bit of a foot race there, and Watson able to bat it to the side. And like I said, I don't know if you heard through the music, but the new arena, brand new. Apparently they ordered the wrong scoreboard, so they do not have a penalty clock that we can see. So we're going to do a little guessing here based on the time and whatnot. Behind the net, Morgantown controlling the puck, keep away. And they'll try to flip it up and out. Blades send it up and deep. That should be icing. A late call there, icing confirmed. Balled off on the face-off. Morgantown possesses and get it out of the zone. DDD pass to Lounder. Lounder will send it in. And Levi on his heels, trying to get to it and apply pressure. Once back to neutral ice. Lounder to Baldoff. And he's going to get there. Watson can't take the shot off, and we're got one guy out of the box now. And that's going to be offsides on the Blades. Off the face-off, Fox is able to maintain. Gregor chips it into the zone. Still with the puck, and he'll take a shot, and it's loose out in front. He can't quite get to it before it gets batted to the corner. Bolsinger, stick handling, back into the wall, and the Blades will clear that one. Going to be icing. And off the face-off, Bolsinger trying to rip one in. Blades get in front of it and advance it into the Fox's zone. That shot goes across the crease. Tormeyer able to at least bounce it wide. Blades take a shot from the slot. Back to the corner and to the point. Blades send another one to the center ice, and Ensley able to bat it to the side. In neutral ice, Blades reset. Coming in again. That puck is loose. Ensley again back to keep it out. Back behind the net. Bolsinger, and they set it up another one. That puck coming across the paint so many times this shift. Foxes need to clear desperately. And get it out. Clear it and back to neutral ice, and the Blades reset well. Back into the zone, going to be offsides on the Blades. Tyler barefoot and Baldoff on this line. Said not even line, so we're going to see a bunch of different looks today. Baldoff getting in and around. Wound up with the puck along the wall. Trying to center pass. And he goes down. Elk out in front. Chopping the blonde there. Lounder trying to get to it. Taylor gets back to help. Pass to Shelton. Up to Barefoot. Puck in the Blade zone, but then they turn it around again. Take a shot on goal, goes behind. Lounder passing the ball off. Pass up to Barefoot on the line. Just get past him. That shot goes wide and out to the point. Another shot from the slot goes off the pad of Ratkovic. A mishandle in the corner. Foxes end up with the puck. Lounder getting chased behind the net. Trying to send it up to Taylor. Back to Lounder it goes, and this is a long shift for these guys. They'll send it out. They're going to call icing off because he didn't play it. Foxes get that chance to get these skates on the ice. Ensley passing up to Watson on the line. He'll flip one towards the goalie and then gets deflected wide. A little chip on the line by McFall. Able to slow that advance. A little dump pass by the Blades into the corner. Bolsinger there to. That puck is up and out of play, or they're called offsides. Bolsinger on the faceoff pushes it towards the Blades. And a good check there by Gregor. Turns that puck around. A little turnover there in the Blades zone for the moment. Blades end up with it. Good hit by Watson. But he's going to get called for it. And the Foxes will be on the penalty kill. Thing. No, it's just icing. Or just offsides. Foxes trying on the forecheck to Blades get around it. They'll hold one up, trying to pass it out in front. Ensley's there to bust up that play. Back into the corner. Dwermeyer works. West Virginia ends up with it. That puck again dangling out in front of the paint. Dwermeyer able to get his stick in there and keep it out. Dump pass by the Blades in the corner. Dwermeyer working. Bolsinger working, sorry. Fox is clear. Gregor trying to get to it. Blades in the zone again. Take a ripper. Goes into the chest of Ratkovic and he ends up with the puck. Barefoot chipping that puck up the corner there. He's got some wheels and he'll skate it out. He's got Baldoff and Taylor with him as he gains his own. Trying to center that pass. Baldoff sets up and it's loose. Shelton from the slot. Centering pass out in front again. Shelton ends up with it. He'll take another shot in there and it's bouncing out in front. Good opportunity by the Foxes there. Taylor working Barefoot. Who's ending up with the puck? Taylor pushes it forward. Blades will flip that one out. And it's going to be icing. Good pressure by the Foxes on that one, liking what we see. Watson taking that face off here. It's a look we don't see a whole lot. Blades skated out. Lounder and Gregor working against the ball. Blades still end up with it and advance the puck. He'll take a shot and that bounces out wide to the circle. And send it back in, and Watson will turn it around. And he'll send it in, goes in deep. They end up with the puck behind the net. Watson goes in for the hit on the big man. And we're going to get high sticking. Gregor taking that face off, and that'll do it here for the first period. Kill 4 seconds with the penalty, and we'll go into the second period. A man disadvantage. Just a minute. Back at it, ball taking the face off. Dwormeyer setting into the Blades zone. Blades able to turn around quick with a 3-on-1. That shot comes in, bounces it back deep in the corner. Hensley there, send it up the boards. That puck comes in and Rakovich covers. Puck back into neutral zone. Blades collect it. Mishandled that entry, and Foxes will turn it around, get it in their own zone. Balled off on the forecheck. Blades again gain the zone. Send it across. Still end up in the middle. Cut off by Hensley. I believe he took one to the chest. Comes back in quick. That puck is loose, and I think Rakovich got it. A good interference in the net. Looks like Fox has killed roughly half the penalty thus far. And we should see our fifth man right around the Barefoot, having breakaway, trying to get that shot off. Gets good poke check by the Blades. Blades kicking it forward, Jack in there to help. Barefoot ends up with the puck, trying again to get that puck on net. Blades will skate this out. Launder and Shelton. Shelton playing a solid game defensively. That shot goes up high. Blades, again, another good opportunity. And Launder skates it out. Pass over to Jack. Jack waiting on the blue line. The Blades turn it around. That looks like they're going to ice that puck. So we'll have a face-off opportunity here in the offensive zone. Just about 5 to 10 seconds left in this penalty kill, I think. We're just guessing at this point. Shelton working that puck now behind the net. The centering pass. Baldoff wasn't ready for that one. Shelton chips it into the corner. Taylor and Baldoff and Gregor now working. Taylor first to the puck, gets hit by the big man, get pinched on the wall. Gregor trying to interfere with that puck getting out of the zone. Launder gets in there. Like a rocket, Taylor comes in, hitting the Blades. That puck comes up and out. Hey, good. Gregor dancing, juking that hit. You could tell it was coming. He was ready for it. Pick off from the neutral ice as the Blades collapse around it. Full strength now. Another fumble out now in front of the net. They'll throw one in wide, back into the corner. Shelton first to it. And Foxes collapse around that puck, and Shelton gets back. Where does the puck go? And they send it back in lazily, and they gather field by Rakovic. Barefoot taking this face off. Watson on the wing. That puck lazily comes across the paint, down in the corner. It's Warmeyer working the wall. Across the neutral ice, and Ensley will try to just chip it out. He tried it again. Blades able to get in the way of that one. Comes across the paint again. Blades doing a lot of paint jobs here today. Fall, get the puck out, and Watson on the attack. Trying to feed Barefoot, who gets held up at the line. Barefoot behind the net there. One comes back in off the stick of Warmeyer. Barefoot trying to center that pass, and it gets stopped by the defense. Skated out in front and almost fumbled there. That puck comes out. Barefoot will send it. And they're going to get caught off sides as McFall trying to exit. Gets caught in the zone. Shelton will dump one in, send it behind the net there. Jack and Bolsinger and Watson on this line. Blades will send it out. Fox will send it back in. They'll sauce that one out, and that's going to be offsides by the, icing by the Blades.
The tournament that we didn't get in, my other son was in? The one in Ice Castle?
Yeah.
Nolan played really well. They ended up winning.
Okay, that's awesome.
Their bracket.
Maybe offsides on the Foxes. We didn't quite get out of the zone in time on that one.
He played really well.
Okay.
Yeah. But he made some really good plays.
A good hit by Shelton. It looked like he might have lifted him off his skates, but nope. That pass, trying to get over to Jack. Jack goes into the boards with the Blades. They'll turn it around. Take a shot, sails over the net, and up the court, Swords. That gets over on defense. So Bolsinger has a breakaway. They get a stick on his, and it gets tapped in the corner. And they'll end up skating out. And 2-on-2 here with some speed. And they'll try to dangle in front, and Launder able to get it out to Colton. Gregor will gain the zone, gets chopped on the blue line. Another shot comes in. Rakovic again has the answer. 7 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the second.
They played well. Nice play, Levi.
Balled off, able to pick up the puck. Trying to send it in deep. Now they're almost offsides. He's going to get back on. Tormeyer chips it up to Gregor and into the zone. Gregor trying to keep it in. They're able to get it. They'll dump it in deep and give chase. Hensley, Tormeyer. Yep. Pick up the puck from behind the net. Watson and will get in there. Sends it out of the zone to Gregor. Can't keep it in. Back in neutral ice. Watson on the back check. Doing a good job following him. That puck comes out. Blades again regain the zone. Into the corner, trying to center that pass. Baldock goes down. They're trying to sail one into the backhand. Big shot from the slot by the Blades. Also trying to do a one-timer there. They can't connect. Back behind the net it goes. A long shift there. Again, Foxes can't get it out. Tormeyer back. Centering pass. Barefoot on the face-off. Launder chips up to McFall. McFall dump it in. Barefoot behind the net. Trying to get to the puck. Blades defending it well. Lounder keeping it in. Pass up to Barefoot. Barefoot will send one in and goes across the paint wide. Contained by Shelton. Shelton will send one back in and around the net. McFall sends one across, trying to get to Taylor. Taylor trying to feed it out in front again. Can't connect with Barefoot. That rip comes in. They get it out, so it's a foot race. Taylor, first one to it. Blade's able to get under and pick it up. McFall trying to cut off. That puck almost stayed in. Lounder working with Shelton to keep that puck up and out. Taylor trying to get to it first. Will they wave off the call off icing? Taylor working the boards. That puck dangling out in front. That comes up and out. Shelton doing a good job guarding that. Lounder back to neutral. McFall and Jack will work it into the zone. Fall trying to feed Bald off. Can't quite get it there. Blades pass up. A good hit by Shelton. They'll finish it off the rest of the way. It sends it up to Bolsinger. And on net. Shelton steps up. Trying to sling one in there. Can't get all of it. Bolsinger working to get that puck lodged. They're going to go. That shot gets deflected on its way in, giving Rakovic time to cover. Off the boards it goes. Contained by Morgantown Blades. They'll send it back in deep. Ensley giving chase. Blades still possession out from the slot. They'll take a shot off the pads of Rakovic. Back in the corner. And Jack will work that puck out, trying to get it to Baldoff. And Baldoff on the move. He'll take a shot, goes off the big man Smith. They send it back around. Baldoff gassed. He'll take a shot, goes wide of the net. Still possession. Wrapping around, trying to center that. They'll get it back in deep. Ensley applying good pressure. Raising his hands, looking guilty. It comes out. So Jack on the attack, trying to feed Bolsinger. And he'll send one in just wide of the net. Jack trying to send it back in. That shot ripped over. Barefoot tangling with the big man. Now Colton Jack trying to thread it up to what? I didn't see what happened there.
He interfered with Lucas. The big guy's going in the box.
Okay. Big man Smith with interference. So he's going to take a 2-minute penalty there. Hawks is on the power play. Hoping that we can find the back of the net here. Get some points on the board. Barefoot to take the face off. Passes back to Shelton. Shelton dish one in. Caught by the goalie. It looked like it got caught by the defender. From our vantage point. So we'll do that again. Back to Shelton. Shelton will backhand one, get it in deep. Barefoot ends up, feeds right out in front. Mason. Puck is still loose. Where is it? And they blow the play. It's like the goalie was able to get a knee on it. Back to Shelton. We'll send one back in deep. Gregor steps up, gets hit on the boards. Still providing some interference there. We'll send it back up to Shelton. Shelton will return the sender. Gregor never stopped moving those legs. Working the time. Walks him back, chipping on the blue line. They'll end up with the puck. Trying to get it out. Still in the Fox's zone. Launder will send it out to Watson. And it's a one-on-one. Shelton trying to force him wide. He's able to get back in. And find the back of the net. We've seen that happen a couple times. He likes to go in deep and carve across the front. So, shorthanded goal for the Blades. And Taylor working behind the net. That shot comes in. Able to find the back net again as Blades stack another one. Fox is back in the zone and pops out. So Ensley working with Wilmar or Bolsinger. They'll take one. Rakovic will leave it out. The Foxes will clear. Up to Taylor. Taylor getting the zone. Back pass to Bolsinger. Bolsinger will send it wide. And it stops behind the net there. Blades will ice the puck. Just as no ice. So that'll do it here for the second period. Just as their man gets on the ice. We'll see a 5-on-5 to start the third. Back at it. McFall trying to work it barefoot. Barefoot gets it in deep. Lounder sends one in. That almost gets deflected to 5-hole. And that puck comes out. Lounder back. Will send one in across the ice. Blades will handle it in their zone. Cut off by Barefoot. Lounder sends it back in deep. And Jack will pick it up over to McFall. Trying to feed Barefoot out front. Jack gets back to that. He'll send one. And it gets deflected now wide. Blades now back with the puck. Barefoot will send one in. Gets cut off by the defense. And Blades able to chip it free. That's going to be offsides when they eventually call it. Offsides by the Foxes. Taylor trying to feed Gregor. That puck gets flipped up and out of the play. Going to be a face-off here in the offensive zone, I believe.
Legitimately, my son's a 65-year-old mule.
Puck comes out of the zone. Ensley batting up the Baldoff. Baldoff gaining the zone. Trying to dance around. Looks up to get one out, but Blades now on the attack. Dwarmeyer gets in there. Gonna get a penalty. Yeah. I guess if you got a trip, but I guess the slash doesn't count whenever he's swinging from the ground. As Dwarmeyer holds his back. Double the dose of pain, yeah. So he gets a penalty, and he doesn't get called for that slash, so he walks off with a hurt back. Awesome. Gonna catch that one, ref.
I didn't think he actually tripped him.
I don't think he did either, but tripping was called.
I thought he made a good play. And then
Yeah. I didn't see anything out in front, in and around his Blades. It just seemed like he lost his skates with a good body. Shelton with a good reach there, and the Foxes turn it around, all clumped together. Shelton will send one in deep. Baldoff trying to get to it. And Taylor with a good check there, hooks it free for a second. Blades back with possession. Gain the zone, trying to thread it in there. Still loose out in front. Puck's still loose. Able to get it in finally. The Dwarmeyer out of the box as the Blades will pull ahead by 5. Bolsinger sends one in from center ice. Jack behind the net. Nobody knows where that one is. Barefoot able to find the puck. Jack back to help. I think Jack has the best eyes on the ice. He can see the puck.
Lucas's eyes are shut.
Icing is going to be the call on the Blades as we'll take another face-off here in the offensive zone.
feel like this is the moment in the movie as a broadcaster when you just start drinking, when you start drinking in the major leagues, you know what I'm talking about? Where he just gets obliterated.
I have my fifth in my jacket now. I'm just kidding. Dwarmeyer contains, hits Bolsinger.
What a play!
And he'll get it in. Fox is on the board. Dwarmeyer to Bolsinger, able to sneak that one past on above the blocker side. Fox is on the board, 1-5. 10 minutes and 36 seconds left to play. Colton Jack taking this face off for Foxes. Barefoot able to get it in. They say that came back out, so offsides call. Blades will send one back to defenders, fumble the puck a little bit. Puck's still in the zone. Bolsinger trying to keep it in. Blades able to clear. And they get past Ensley. Barefoot back to help. He takes a stick to the face on the way in. He's behind the net. That did not sit well with him. That center pass comes out. Fox is able to get to it. Bolsinger will flip that puck out to neutralize. Blades send one back in deep. Dwarmeyer to get chase. Round the boards up to Bolsinger. And back in deep it goes. That shot comes in to the waiting glove of Rakovic.
Where were her games?
We had to travel all the way out to Johnstown. That's going to be probably a trip. No, I guess refs don't care.
Let that one go.
Yep, back into the ice.
So you were at the War Memorial?
We were at, yeah, is it the War Memorial or is it the Slapshot Memorial? Yeah, there you go. We were there. And trying to think. I think I was, yeah. Anyways, now Morgantown today. Offsides is a call as the Baldog lazily comes out of the zone. Cross ice pass to the Blades, and they advance it. They've got some speed. Dwarmeyer keeping with. They pick that one up. That puck is still loose out in front. I'm not sure how they didn't go in. He's hanging in there. Another slap shot from the point. I think that was pretty close as it gets. We got Luke Barefoot here saying it was in. He had good goal, but I guess the refs didn't see it that way. But they haven't seen a whole lot of that today, so. Big shot again from Smith from the slot. Sails up and over the net. Barefoot up to Taylor. Able to flip it and gets a breakaway here. Gets big man Taylor. Tried to pull up but lost his skates. He saw Taylor as the big man Smith coming. Shelton will send it back up to Gregor. Gregor tips it out. That should be offsides, and it is. Another shot that comes in quick from the circle. Rakovic bats it to the corner. They're working there. Lade's able to pick it back up and feed it up and over the lead pad. Excuse me. Back to neutral ice. Gregor putting a good hit on pressure on that puck. Shelton sends up the boards and off to the races. Balled off trying to advance the puck. Can't get it in the zone, loses his stick. Wade's able to set up again. Good check by Shelton. It's been solid today, as always. Launder in the corner. Try to feed it across. And Gregor will dump and run after it. Blade turning around, advance the puck. Once again, Shelton back. Puts a body on him. Launder back to help. Send it again wide. Taylor trying to get it up and out. Can't get enough on the puck and finally gets it out. Back in the corner, got Colton working against the Blades. 3 of them. Well able to chip that one up. Tormeyer working against the Medecky. He sends it across the paint. Nobody with him. Puck is stopped at the goal. Comes back to neutral ice. It's Taylor on the way out. Taylor trying to advance the puck. Watson will dump it. Nobody interested in going after that one. Tormeyer will send one in. Behind the net it goes. Bolsinger handles. Out in front of the net, Watson trying to get something on it. Back to Tormeyer. Tormeyer sends one in. Watson and Bolsinger working. Watson can't pull the trigger. Comes out. Tormeyer working with Emsley. Finds Watson on the line. They gain the zone again. Wade's able to clear. Barefoot steps in. Trying to send one in.
Go next, go next!
Good advance by Barefoot on the forecheck. Sends it across the ice. Trying to get to Watson.
Get wide.
That's going to be offsides on the Foxes as they're looking pretty flat at this point in time. Sucking some wind. Shelton again playing massive for the Foxes. staying strong on defense, getting involved in disruptive plays. That puck comes out to the center ice. Colton Jack. Pressure on the forecheck. Mason Gregor able to advance the puck a little bit. And a nice little pass by the Blades, gain the zone. That pass is cut off by Shelton again. Able to read what's going on. Puck still loose. Shelton again getting in there. Now in front of the net. Holding Jack back to help Mounder. He gets pinched on the boards. Up and out it goes. Mason will send it. Will say no ice, and McGregor getting there. Now behind the net working. McFall with a good little back check, able to unseat that puck. Blades again though on the attack. Holsinger trying to take the body. That pass is out front. And they can't get it in. Rakovic sees it, and they'll flip that puck out. And it's not going to be a nice. Taylor, the first one to it, trying to get it in. Can't get it up over the pads. The goalie's doing a good job keeping that out. Blades now on the attack. Ensley with good stick. Still with the puck, he's able to get back in time to disrupt it on the other side of the net. Another cutoff by Taylor. The Blades having to reset. Ensley. Now to Dwarmeyer. Passes it up to Taylor. Taylor will throw one on deep. He gets some. Fair for the first one there. Getting in there, keeping that puck in our zone. Giving chase. Move back to Dwarmeyer, now neutralized. Dwarmeyer chips it up. Finds Jack on the line. Jack tries to pull up, loses the puck. And the Blades turn it around. See, the Foxes actually skating with some urgency here. Unsure what the call was there. Did they call that offsides? Okay. So you got Shelton taking a face off here. Great to see. If he doesn't get the medal today, I don't know what he would. A pass come back out to neutral ice. We got Shelton up. He'll cut it off. Get out in time. McFall trying to handle a puck. He'll send it in deep. Shelton again. He'll throw one in. Holsinger looking for it in the corner. Another high one. Kicks it out. Shot. Another shot by Shelton in the glove. It's good pressure. Centering. Fuck, I like what I see here. Got to cheer on Shelton a little bit here. In deep it goes. McFall gets chase. And Bolsinger trying to bottle it up. Shelton back to help. "26 seconds to play." Good check there on the line by Shelton. We got Lounder. He'll pass it to Watson. Watson, he'll gain the zone. He'll send one in. Goes in the glove. Lounder keeping it in. cross ice, a lot of swinging on bat sticks. They'll dig it out of their zone. And that'll do it here. Blades defeat the Foxes 6-1 in a near blowout. Oh, we'll sharpen the pencils, get some extra practices in, try to figure out where we could improve. So this is it for this broadcast here today. Signing out from Morgantown, West Virginia. Catch you on the next one. Foxes out.